The 2018 online program, while speeding up the selection process for tertiary institutions, also brought on issues related to the process. It is the start of 2019 and still students and parents gather at the DHERST office questioning the selection process.
My selection was withdrawn by the people from the office. That's why I am coming here to lodge my complaint at the office.
The online selection system was set up to ensure a fair selection process without the human error of money under the table deal, also saving DHERST and the institution 6 million kina. The automated system's numbers stating that 100% of the grade 12s applied online.
I want to, can you help or something like that? This is already addressed that issue. So the software provide transparency for the department, the way we allocate tests. Provide confidence and transparency for the public, so the public can know how the children enter to higher education institution, not because of bribes or nepotism or one-talkies, no, because of academic merits.
According to DHERST, officers had been sent to the most rural parts of PNG to ensure secondary schools had all grade 12 students registered and applying online.
We created a manual and handbook for students, principals and the selectors, which were put on the website and were given electronically to everyone. And we provided a lot of awareness. So I hear some voices, oh, people were not aware of that, or students were not aware. This is again incorrect information, because some high schools which were not picking up quickly, we sent staff 3 or 4 times.
So what could have gone wrong? Students were given 5 options and 3 months to do their selections, with DHERST even paying for an SMS blast across the digital mobile network.
So the students had a grace period of 70 hours to review their own marks, the subject they took it with the requirements of the institution. So during that time, over 90,000 changes took place. So to say that students didn't do it, I think they are looking for excuses, because we have evidence the students accessed it. We have evidence over 9,000 students changed their results. Yeah.
Some students and parents say the online selection process has not been fair, especially given that some students who performed well in the national exams, scoring a GPA of 3 to 3.8, were not selected to the university or college of their choice.
Each institution had the software to their own disposal with the passwords, and they inserted the criteria and the quotas they want to offer for students. So students knew exactly what kind of combination of subjects they need and GPA to enter to the institution. So basically those who had good GPA, however, they were not selected, not because the software failed them or the institutions failed them, not at all, because we have limited spaces in the institutions of higher learning.
DHERST Secretary Father Yan saying those concerned should now inquire with respective institutions, as DHERST only caters for selections.
The Department of Higher Education, Research, Science and Technology, or our minister, we don't have the authority to select or enroll students. It's the task of the institution. So if a parent thinks his daughter or son is very good and should go to the institution applying, so what we created on the system, we created admission pool. So those students who are not selected, the marks are there, and the institution have access to those students. So for example, there could be a situation that students who were selected might decide not to turn up for registration. So there is a vacuum. So parents should talk to the registrar and principal or vice chancellors or president of those institutions, say, look here, if there is a vacuum, can you consider my daughter and son? But we have no authority. So
while 100% of grade 12 students had applied, only 40% chose the option, allowing DHERST to select an institution that will take them in for further studies.
I want to be selected to different programs if I am not selected to the 5 institutions which I wish to go, because last year for this year, but the last year students, 40% didn't say yes. Yeah, so that's just one thing which we already learned. But we will, minister, that's just his strategy. Always, he invites institution to provide feedback.
But whilst the Department of Higher Education has defended the automated system, there is still an unknown number of students who have been affected and now scramble to look for a space to continue their higher education. Adelaide Sturrock's Kari National, Emtv News.